Welcome to Supreme Commander Forge Alliance Forever. Today, crossing the Rubicon into new territory that is, as TA would say, the holiest place in all of RTS. Senton's Clutch, or sentence to all the memers. So some people want me to cast some sentons, and I thought, well, customer is always right. So we're watching a game which has a few very good players in it. So let's introduce them. Here we have in the pink Gib Massa on rock, Cool playing air as Aeon, Gib is Seraphim, UD playing Aeon on beach, and Jiu-Jitsu, also known as Philip J. Fry, is playing Cyber in mid. On the top team we have TBAMD, also plays under the account BRSDCCCCCCCC playing Aeon in mid. And actually in mid we have engineers going with the ACUs, and Jiu-Jitsu has sent a lab and a scout as well, and it looks like he can probably get through with that scout. Donatello Aeon Rock, Reverend Poon Seraphim playing air, and none other than Galactic Fear Seraphim Beach. Let's see the chat spam. Of course, the instant comment of "we lose," standard. Better than the instant confirmation that you lose with a Control K. But hey, yeah, very interesting. People asking for T2 transports before the game even starts. This lab is looking to try and kill this NG, but TB is doing a good job with the attack move, so he can actually steal the Salem Rex safely, at least safe from labs, which is a nice trick. I like that a lot. Galactic Fear has just gone straight for a bomber and now spamming inties scouted, but that doesn't change the fact that Gib still has less air. At the minute we have 2 inties each, well now 3 for Gala, and the bomber, yeah, Gib already knows he's spamming pretty hard. You can see 4 engineers assisting the air factory, so Gib definitely Gala definitely wants to take the island. Donatello meanwhile takes this island. No contests. I think UD is perhaps one of the most passive players of all time. Would rather just make mexes than ever build a single unit, in my experience, which is fair enough. We all have that guy in us who just wants to chill and make mexes. Some people are that guy. Let's see where this lab is. It actually gets through, and oh, that's sad. Runs into the middle of 3 NGs, and looks like Gib failed to kill this. He has no inties left, and he has not killed the bomber, and there's a lot of interceptors around for Gala, so I really don't expect this drop to come off. Unfortunately, Gala has no air scout watching for the transport, but it looks like he's got inties in. Oh, what? Yeah, the bomber should be able to take care of this. There goes the first guy. Or not. Good dodge. You can see actually the speed of the bomber as it drops seems to have an impact on how fast the projectile moves somehow. It's very weird. Sometimes if you hover over something, the bomb will drop at an insane speed and become basically undodgeable. Couple labs in a ghetto. Looks like they're just gonna get dropped and then the transport will fly away perhaps. Yeah, they're unloading. Really nice drop. Let's see just how dirt cheap this is, and he's gonna deny a lot of reclaim for a long time. 3 mexes. Great drop. And there's the Gala's trans. Moving out across. Cool, complaining about some neighbors moaning. Interesting. So Gala's gonna take the island, no problem. Geeb seems to be pretty slow on his mexes. I guess he was really trying to fight this early air spam, but he hasn't succeeded. In mid, let's just see the reclaim count for the mid players. Jiu-Jitsu 7.5, so Jiu-Jitsu got just a bit better of the reclaim, and it looks like TB will probably make T2, usually that's what people do. Yeah, that's T2. Almost every game in mid you'll just see people make T2 so they can make PDs or whatever, because you have quite a lot of mass, so T2 is quite good. You can put your mouse very quickly into PDs and stuff. It's usually the weapon of choice rather than making the gun or something. And these labs are still alive, 2 kills each. This is still denied. And UD, what the? UD has a T2 trans. He also has an insane score, which is, that's pretty fucking impressive score, I would say. But it looks like, yeah, he was asking for a trans. He's probably gonna make harbs from beach. Interesting. Harbs are, you know, insanely OP here. If you drop them as they are in, as they are while dropping them in a ladder match. And has anyone seen this T2? Like, okay, it's scouted, so this is just obvious. There's no possible reason to have a T2 land HQ at this stage of the game on beach. There's no reason except for T3 rush. I can't think of any other possible reason. But it doesn't look like anyone is telling anyone else this. Let's see the air build orders as Geeb gets monumentally crushed. Ripperino. Well, he hasn't lost Navy. He's making some build power. In terms of factories, Gala doesn't have any boats out, so it's kind of okay, but oh, that's nice. Geeb slips past a few bombers, which will help a lot for Sully's shitty Auroras. And it looks like maybe Gala overcommitted his air here and will lose it over Geeb's base. If we look here, we'll see Cool is going for not Ras, but T3 Pigeon. Reverend Poon looks pretty slow in the air there. Yeah, there's T3 NG. Aeon Ras is pretty bad energy wise. In mid we have TB just making those T2 PDs. He's got a good foothold here, but Jitsu's thrown up some walls just to slow down the Aurora as he's going for T2 land instead. He doesn't want to make Mantis Medusa versus Aurora and PDs, although Medusa would be pretty nice. Medusa stun isn't so useful versus say on T2 PDs because they have such a long reload anyway. Still want that transport? Yep. Give me mass. Classic. Some people, you know, I think that's Maybe that's the real definition of teamwork in settings, is you have to get your teammates to pay you to do stuff. That's interesting kind of teamwork, but there you go. Meanwhile, Yudi, while making his T3 land, has not made a single boat, and Donatello has some assisted T1 factories. Rape incoming, says Donatello. He's feeling good. Easy to win against a guy with no bolts, but still no warning about this. This should be immediately pointed out to the rest of the team, because it's not just Donatello that's going to be dropped by Harbs. Jiu-Jitsu, TBAMD just fighting that T2PD battle in mid, and the Vipers are going to make a huge difference. They're just so epic. So we're going to have to see. It will should force a TMD, and TMD is obviously great versus Vipers. They don't split the missile, just deflect it entirely. ASF out now for both air players. Reverend Poon has paused. Maybe he's letting someone ras or something. Although I guess no one's rassing. No one wants to make ras. Well, we got Aeon, and I think Gala doesn't make ras anymore until he has full eco, full T3 eco.
Commander under attack.
Here come the harb drops. You can fit 3 harbs in these transports, I'm pretty sure. But 2 will probably do the same job. So let's see if Reverend Poon has any idea this is going on. No, there's no ships in the middle, and there's no, well, there is a radar here, but it'll likely be too late, because still no one has pinged that. So even though it's visible, it's probably only Donatello who's even seen it, and perhaps it hasn't registered in his mind that harbs are about to be dropped. Geeb, meanwhile, looks pretty good. He has enough build power. He has more build power in his factories than well, man, you just ruined my games, Yudi. Fuck you. Oh god, I love settings. 2 harbs drop down. They're gonna kill everything in sight. So that's a good one, but Yudi meanwhile trying to not completely lose Navy. Why would you think T3 drops is gonna help? Well, losing Navy for T3 drops definitely is not worth it. But we'll see. It's just frigates for now. When we see T2 Navy appear on the edge of the beach, then you gotta be really worried. Here we have the island is gonna die. Quite a safe place to drop. You're unlikely to lose the transport, but yeah, see, you can actually run to the edge here and kill all the naval factories. That would be very useful. But instead he's spamming chat. Looks like 1 harb died to this PD, hero PD. But this harb can keep going, and there should be some gunships out to kill that. Force back slightly. A lot of frigates died here. But UD still has no build power whatsoever. These harbs should kill everything. If he kills this naval build power, I mean, then there's none for Gala. Gala has a death shroud, but his frigs were completely out of position. He had no idea that Geeb was sending all his frigs across. I don't think Gala had any vision on that whatsoever, and so all his frigs are just parked here at his T1 build power. His T2 build power meanwhile is completely unprotected, and he's gonna lose his HQ, and he's gonna fall behind in build power. Looks like this will probably go T2 at some stage pretty soon. In the south, Yudi's got a factory, and in mid I haven't really been watching, but it seems like the Vipers, that's a lot of Vipers. Maybe even too many Vipers, but they worked. Looks like TB could not hold his position in mid, and Jiu-Jitsu is going to get some reclaim out of it as well. In terms of air, it's hovering over frigates, taking some AA fire. He's got gunships. I think 5 gunships are not gonna do a huge amount. The Destro playing the T2 sub role is gonna whittle down these frigates. Sarah frigates have pretty good AA, so a few gunships won't scare them too much. Gala thinks he's dead. He has lost quite a lot. He lost 3-4 mexes here. Why when I do cheese, my opponent goes full tryhard. Cheese is not tryhard. I think harp drops are pretty tryhard duty. But Geeb is com dropping. Alright then. You'd think he would com drop maybe this. Wow. Okay, oh, he's actually made T2 build power here, so that is a really good idea. Nice play from Gala. But Geeb, speaking of nice play, has just dropped Sarah TML com, and of course there's no TMD. No reason for there to be until now. Gala now upgrading T2. Serious. Oh, Gala is getting crushed. The other island gets harp dropped. I actually have no idea how these harps died. Maybe they died to PD? Not sure. Maybe they got picked up and dropped somewhere else. T2 HQ now, but that's gonna die. We do have T2 ships on the shore. An airfight over Geeb's com. We see 1, 2. Oh. Gala. That's a bad place to upgrade. He should have gone. Oh, shit. Oh, he dodges. Damn, that was close. But, Gala does not get T2. That means he doesn't get TMD. He has no T2 factory whatsoever. No T2 tech. Just has... There's another attempted TML snipe. He just has a Destro. That's not going to build TMD for him. Down here, in the continuing saga of UD tries to build bolts, UD has still failed to build bolts. Gibasa is now in a really horrible spot. I mean, there's ASF nearby. There's a lot of factories making units that want to desperately kill him. But he's done such insane damage. He's killed... Gala's had almost every single mech killed at this stage between the Harbs and the TML com. Now Aurora versus Destros. Great choice. Two Destros and 2 cruisers. Aurora will mop that up. Looks like Cool is fighting air over Geeb. And there's a T2 transport coming in with loyalists. And... there it goes. Does get taken down. Sort of a bad place to drop into an air fight. Good job letting my translate. Oh, Philip. There's no need for this. We can all be friends. It's kind of a dumb place to drop, to be honest. Be quite good to drop in here and just rape your opponent, or even Donatello. Doesn't look like he's too wary of drops. But Geeb, he's brought his own transport, and it, oh my god, as 2 loyalists drop and he escapes. There's so many arty shots of it. Surely arty would actually kill the transport, but no. Geeb escapes. And loyalists drop in, and please, please, no, you can't let this one land. No, okay, there we go. So it looks like he's partially upgraded mexes may die. Just need to keep microing that loyalist and he'll do a bit more damage. But now it looks like Geeb, after doing tons of damage, he's actually gonna lose his T2 HQ. Should be careful flying over frigate AA. It's quite dangerous. But it looks like UD actually succeeded in regaining Navy with good old Aurora. Still, Gala has the island, and TBAMD is making Navy now in the top ocean. But Donatello had this Navy won, basically, but he lost his HQ here, actually, to the Harbs. Unlike in this situation where the Harbs did not actually kill the naval build power. They did in this case, and that included the HQ, so that really allowed UD back into the game. Well, more so, I guess Donatello needed to make more frigs, basically. That would have stopped the Aurora spam from maybe doing it for him. So this top navy is just back and forth. Actually, he hasn't killed the fucking HQ. He hasn't killed the HQ. It only has 5k HP. In mid, Jujitsu's now making T2 air, realizing that Cool has pretty good thing going in air. He is versus, it's 1300 versus 1100, so although it's quite difficult to tell exactly how good players are in specific spots, you can certainly see that Cool does have the advantage versus the Reverend Poon, and not an insignificant one. Now UD, after all that harb dropping, maybe we'll see more, but I think really it's just about getting the build power, and he is winning that build power war. He has less to start with though, significantly less T2. So Geeb, why is Geeb here? Oh my god, I know what I just missed. Geeb, I mean, so Geeb wanted to drop. He must have wanted to drop the island. I don't know why he's here, but given the chat, I think he died. I think the transport died in the air and he dropped out. Fuck. God damn, I missed it. I'm sure that's what happened. So fuck. God damn it. Yeah, I think Geeb survived the transport dying. I don't know why he's on the far side of the island, but holy shit. Geeb now says his TML is not shooting. That's just the karmic reality. Can't yeah, my whole team should have won by now. Okay, this is good, this is good. Blaming teammates, classic strategy of all settlers, has to be learned at an early age. And here we're learning from the master of settings. So now TB, AMD. It's making T2 arties in mid. Still not much build power in in Geeb's side, it just keeps getting raped by frigs. Down here we have... It actually looks quite bad for Donatello, I would say. He is regaining his island though. North, who knows? I mean, Gala just has such shit eco. He's just got so brutally raped. Jesus. He has no T3 mechs. He has some T1 mechs. It's a sad day for Gala. Geeb, meanwhile, has just ignored eco. Basically, he's just tried to survive, not lose navy. You see so much people just like make mexes and lose navy. They're like, oh, I'm losing navy, and they're just like heavily assisting their next T3 upgrade. There's a whole lot of Zoos, but I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. Have an absurd number of torp launchers. Zooey would be great against them. Down here we still have this 5k, 4.5k HP T2 HQ, which is not dead for no reason. I mean, why? Geeb looking for some air support. And it's like 6 transports filled with Loyas. I mean, there's only 2 per transport because they're crappy Cybern transports, but it's still a lot. And if Aurora mixed with Destro in the bottom navy, but there's quite a lot of freaks here. Oh yeah, no. This looks bad. The fact UD's even in the water is hilarious. It's true. It's true. Oh, Geeb, he's coming for you. Oh shit. Get down. Okay, we got a bit closer. We just needed like 3 more trips and we'll be home. Reverend Poon can't believe that he just lost air for that. Gala can. Yudi, yeah, it is absurd that he's in Navy. Now Jiu-Jitsu helping him out. And, oh, the flax. Great flax, but it doesn't matter. Actually, there's Brick and Loyalists dropped here. But flak just does not do the damage. You can see those transports are actually not hurt very much. There's only 2 or 3 flaks in the area. I think they may have been stunned. TML works again according to Geeb. Well, that's one way to fix it. And now it looks like Gala just wants to kill all this build power if he can. He's gonna just try and do it now. This drop should kill every bit of eco here. He could even go for these P-gens. He has send a couple bricks and they'll kill him from range, outside the range of these PDs. And then send everything else. I mean, can rape this. There's nothing to stop a lot of damage being done all around the map. T3 drops are really good on settings, because there's just so much open area. And T3 units take quite a while to die to gunships. They have too much HP. Now the TML working away on this forward naval build power finally is gonna go down. Jitsu wants air. Well, Jitsu could have dropped a flak or maybe a T3. But Cool does have air control, so he can just go in and save this T3 army. And if... oh, it's Nolthas. Not great. Oh, Gala can die here actually. He does have gun, but I don't think that's gonna save him. Gala should die. You can't fight this T3 army alone. There he goes. Sort of died earlier on to a T3 drop as well with all his dead mexes and his dead island. He appears glad that he now does not have to play this game any longer. I'm sure he's waiting for the next game to start, or hosting it very quickly. Jitsu makes harass, so I think this is basically rip GG for the top team. We can go to +1. Geeb is gonna die, but his navy looks like it's gonna die, but look at these T1 bombers. What in the fuck? How many bombers is that? 56 bombers. 56 T1 bombers. Probably don't need that many. But now, okay, yeah, bricks in the back. Looks like a lot of this T3 army died, I guess, with the ACU explosion. That would do a lot of damage to the wireless. A few overcharges, but yeah, don't think it matters now. Jiu-Jitsu going T3 Navy in south, that will clinch that easily. And then you can probably just make air and win north as well. No eco or anything for these guys, so that's that. Calls GG. Ripperino. So UD with the fucking hairbrush. It's not just a ladder cancer. And then the good old Control K everything. The settings Control K, I call it. 'Cause there's no need to do it on other maps. And yeah. Now we wait for Donatello to get back from being AFK or whatever he's doing. Maybe he'll just get sniped by all these strats, that would be good. There he is trying to make a Tsar. Inspired choice. 2 bombers. And here come the strats. Looks like, oh, he was under a shield. So I think he dies in this next pass. Well, that was kind of fun game. Got a few nice tastes of settings there. Some salt, some T3 drop, some island stealing. And Donatello is still alive. Oh, okay. We're just gonna drop lots of T3 units onto him. 2 cruisers, but they get stunned by the Cybern transport. I love it. Look at that. But still they die. And Donatello just overcharges. Just getting vet delivered to him. Oh my god. Come on. Donut, you can do it. You can give in now. It's time. And not his best dodge. There he goes. GG. Nice gun artwork in the chat. So Gala looked to have just crushed Geeb, but Yeah, Geeb actually got enough build power up pretty quick, and he was actually able to kill a HQ, and then we had the drops. Those harp drops, which should have really cost... There's no way Yudi should have been able to get back into the water, but there you go. So that basically just raped Gala. Then you have a TML comp killed so many mexes, so many. And then, unfortunately I missed it, but I'm sure Geeb fell out of that transport. I'm not sure how that happens, but it does very occasionally. And Geeb survived somehow. I think it wouldn't really matter if he survived or not. That much, really. Sure, Jiu-Jitsu could play rock there and do a good job. Oh, what a game. I think it was Petrich who told me, gave me a recommendation of this particular cast, so thanks for that. And thanks for watching. So let me know if you like sentence casts. See ya.